Level up your English from basic to intermediate and advanced. Defer. To delay something until later. Example, she deferred her university studies for a year. To postpone an action or decision to a later time, often for practical reasons. Example, he deferred payment of the bill until after payday. To postpone or delay formally. To yield respectfully to someone else's opinion or judgment, often used with to. Example, I shall defer to the committee's expertise on this matter. Niche. A small, special area or job that suits someone well. Example, she found her niche as a baker in the village. A specific role, interest, or market that is different from the mainstream and suits a particular group. Example, the company targets a niche audience of vintage car lovers. A specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. A role or position that perfectly matches someone's skills or interests, often unique or less conventional. Example, the brand has successfully dominated a niche market by offering bespoke tailoring for left-handed golfers. Diffuse. To spread something out over a large area. Example, the smell of food diffused through the house. To cause something, like light, gas, or information, to spread out and become less concentrated or intense. Example, the teacher tried to diffuse the tension in the classroom with a joke. To disperse something widely, often gradually and subtly, e.g. light, heat, ideas. To reduce the intensity of a situation or emotion, figurative use. As an adjective, lacking focus or clarity, spread out. Example, his writing style is overly diffuse, making the argument hard to follow. Thrive. To grow or do well. Example, plants thrive in sunlight and water. To succeed or develop strongly, especially in a good environment. Example, children thrive when they feel safe and supported. To flourish vigorously or prosper in challenging or favorable conditions, often implying resilience, adaptability, or excellence. Example, despite economic uncertainty, the tech sector continues to thrive, driven by innovation and global demand. Complement. Something that goes well with something else. Example, strawberries and cream complement each other. To add to something in a way that improves or completes it, often by matching or balancing it. Example, the painting's colors complement the room's decor perfectly. To enhance or complete another element by providing contrast, balance, or synergy. The thing that completes or enhances. Example, her analytical skills are the ideal complement to his creative thinking in their business partnership. Combative. Liking to fight or argue. Example, he was combative during the game and shouted at the referee. Showing a strong willingness to argue or oppose others, often in a forceful way. Example, the politician gave a combative speech attacking his rivals. Assertive or aggressive in speech or action. Confrontational in debate, leadership, or negotiation. Example, the journalist's combative questioning unsettled the minister, exposing contradictions in policy. Without further ado. Let's start now, without waiting or talking more. Example, without further ado. Let's begin the lesson. Move quickly to the main point or action, skipping extra introductions or explanations. Example, without further ado, I present our guest speaker. A formal idiomatic expression signaling the end of preliminary remarks and the immediate commencement of the main event or topic, often used in speeches or writing. Example, the ceremony proceeded, without further ado, to the presentation of honors. poised. Ready to do something or stay calm. Example, she stood poised at the door, ready to enter. Calm, confident, and prepared for action or change. Example, she remained poised during the interview, even under pressure. In a state of balance or readiness, often implying elegance, control, or strategic anticipation. Prepared to act or respond, especially in critical or high-stakes situations. Example, the country is poised on the brink of major economic reform. Work one's way up. To start at a low level and slowly get to a better or higher level. Example, he started as a cleaner and worked his way up to manager. To improve your position or status gradually through effort and experience, often in a job or career. Example, she worked her way up from assistant to head of the department. To ascend through ranks or levels of responsibility by consistently demonstrating competence, perseverance, and initiative. Example, he worked his way up the academic ladder, eventually securing a professorship at a prestigious university. World class. Very, very good. Among the best in the world. Example, she is a world-class swimmer. Of extremely high quality or skill, equal to the best anywhere. Example, the chef is known for his world-class cooking. Denoting excellence that meets or exceeds global standards, often used to describe elite talent, services, or achievements recognized internationally. Example, her world-class leadership transformed the company into a global powerhouse. Mediocre. Just okay, not very good. Example, the food was mediocre. Not tasty at all. Of only average quality, not impressive or outstanding. Example, the film received mediocre reviews from critics. Fail to meet expected standards. Uninspired, unremarkable, or lacking excellence. Example, despite a promising concept, the novel was ultimately mediocre, marred by weak character development and predictable plot lines. Laminate. To cover something with a thin layer to protect it. Example, I laminated my school timetable so it wouldn't tear. To make or protect something by pressing layers together, often using plastic, wood, or paper. Example, the floor is made of laminate, not real wood. To bond multiple layers of material, e.g. plastic, metal, wood, for durability, protection, or aesthetic purposes. A composite material formed by layering substances, often used in construction, design, or manufacturing. Example, documents are often laminated to prevent damage from moisture and handling. Trick into. To make someone do something by lying or fooling them. Example, he tricked me into giving him my sweets. To deceive someone so they do it without realizing the truth or the consequences. Example, the salesman tricked us into buying a broken phone. To manipulate or mislead someone, often through cunning or false pretenses, so they unwittingly perform an action they might otherwise avoid. Example, the fraudster tricked the investor into transferring funds by posing as a bank official. Imposter. Someone who pretends to be someone else to trick people. Example, her online friend was an imposter using fake photos. A person who deceives others by pretending to be someone they are not, often to gain something like trust, money, or access. Example, he was caught acting as an imposter to enter the concert without a ticket. An individual who deliberately assumes a false identity or role to exploit a situation or manipulate others for personal gain, often involving fraud or deception. Example, the con artist operated as an imposter, infiltrating high-level meetings by mimicking a foreign diplomat. The trenches. Long, narrow holes in the ground where soldiers hide and fight during war. Example, the soldiers lived in the trenches during the war. Deep ditches used in warfare. Being in a difficult or intense situation. Example, as a new teacher, she felt like she was in the trenches every day. The fortified ditches used in trench warfare. Being deeply involved in demanding, frontline work or struggle. Example, after years in the corporate trenches, he finally earned a senior leadership role. Log. A written or digital record of what happens. Example, I keep a log of my homework so I don't forget. A detailed record of events, actions, or data, often used in computers, travel, or work to track what has happened. Example, the pilot filled in the flight log after landing. A systematic and chronological record of operations, activities, or data entries for monitoring, auditing, or analysis. Example, researchers maintained a meticulous log of environmental readings throughout the expedition. Conducive. Something that helps make something else happen. Example, fresh air is conducive to good health. Something that creates the right conditions for something to happen or succeed. Example, dim lighting is not conducive to reading comfortably. Actively promoting or facilitating a desired outcome. Often used in formal or academic contexts. Example, open communication is conducive to building trust within professional relationships. Sprint. A short, fast run. Example, he did a quick sprint to catch the bus. Running very fast for a short distance. Doing something quickly in a short time. Example, we had a short sprint at work to finish the project before the deadline. A high-speed burst of activity over a limited duration. In athletics, it's a short-distance race at full speed. In business or tech, it often describes an intense, time-boxed period of focused work. Example, the final 200-meter sprint determined the winner of the decathlon. Grind into. To crush something into very small pieces. Example, she ground the coffee beans into powder. To break something down into smaller parts, or to push something into another surface with force. Example, the tires ground into the muddy road as the car moved. The process of reducing a substance to finer particles through abrasion or pressure. To wear someone down emotionally or mentally through persistent pressure or hardship. Example, years of criticism had ground her into a state of self-doubt. Set something on fire. To make something start burning. Example, he set the paper on fire with a match. To cause it to catch flames, either on purpose or by accident. Causing excitement or strong emotion. Example, the protesters set the bins on fire in the street. The deliberate or accidental ignition of an object, implying destruction or dramatic impact. Sparking intense enthusiasm, controversy, or transformation. Example, his radical ideas set the academic world on fire, challenging long-held beliefs.